I genuinely want to figure this out. Am I gonna ask some dumb questions along the way? Absolutely. And do everything that I can to be the fastest pilot here? You bet your ass. My name is Glennon. I'm from the United States and I race for Team Miami. If we take it all the way back to the beginning, within 4 or 5 months of being born, my parents had me on a sit-down jet ski at the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, which is one of the biggest bodies of water in the entire United States. And it is a powerboat, jet ski, water hub. My dad was into jet boats and hot rods, and I just absorbed all of that from him. We grew up watching stand-up jet ski racing on TV, and jokingly, I turned to my dad and I said, "Dad, we can do that." That was all he needed to hear. You know, we showed up to our first race with some kind of crappy stand-ups, and I was wearing motocross gear, so I stood out like a sore thumb. Just got the biggest slice of humble pie ever. But before I got involved in water sports, I didn't have any confidence. I didn't have any friends. I honestly didn't even know if I was gonna stay on this planet that long. I was dealt the lottery of awkward nerd energy. I was skinny, I had big goofy glasses. I got bullied so much, and not to be too dark, but at that time I thought that suicide was on the table. I felt like I didn't have a place in the world. I felt like I wasn't going anywhere. You know, girls weren't supposed to think racing was cool. Girls weren't supposed to like working on stuff in the garage. We were always these underdogs where people underestimated us. You start to think, maybe I am messed up, maybe I am stupid, maybe I am ugly.
It's so bad. I get like so, it's just like very, it just means a lot. It's crazy.
My dad, not a very emotional guy. And he told me that those people didn't matter. All of those things became irrelevant when I started racing jet skis. It gave me a sense of self. I finally had something that I was passionate about. It opened up a career path for me. From there, my entire life changed. And we won the world championship in 2016 against a field of guys. And it was literally one of the greatest moments of my life. I first heard about E1 via an email that I got. And to be completely honest with you, when I got the email, I thought it was spam. And I get there, and I'm nervous, because coming from jet ski racing, if I messed up, it was just me and my dad that were disappointed. All I had to do was feel what the Racebird was doing and give it what it wanted. And I remember idling back to the dock and literally crying happy tears, because I was like, I have never jumped in something and just felt good. That was the moment that I was like, oh no, I need a seat in the E1 series. I picked Team Miami because they really understood this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. We want you because we think you're a fast pilot, which had me stoked, because usually it's like, oh, Anna, you're not that fast. But second, they told me that they knew that I could get faster. And I know that I can be a really strong driver when I feel supported and when the vibes are right. And Team Miami has the best vibes in the pits. It starts at Marc Anthony, it trickles down to victory, it trickles down to me and Eric. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. When it comes to mental game, I think that's one of the most important things on the racetrack. You can be the fastest driver, you know, you can be the slowest driver, but you know, being in a good headspace is everything. And that's something that I've really developed later in my career. I was really fortunate to have a friend, the best stand-up jet ski racer of all time, Jeff Jacobs. And this guy, when he raced, he was always cool, calm, and collected, and he did stuff on a jet ski that nobody did and nobody can. And I remember coming to him, you know, maybe halfway through my career, and just being really upfront and being like, Jeff, how do I stop being nervous? I've been doing this for so long, and every time I'm on the starting line, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And he told me everybody on the starting line is nervous. Where you win is being the least stressed person there. And that flipped a switch in my brain. Now it's all about minding my own business and figuring out how to drive faster, but also taking enjoyment and rattling other people's cages. I'm no stranger to dogfighting from jet ski racing, and I'm not afraid to throw a punch. But I know in the back of some people's minds that that gets in their head, and I take enjoyment in that. Every single pilot on this racetrack is out of their element. I don't want to use it as an excuse. I want to look at every single thing as a challenge that I'm going to take with both hands and figure it out. Because I built up this brand jet girl that turned into, it's not a separate identity for me. It's my whole life is this person that I've built. And now I'm here around the world with Marc Anthony racing electric power boats. The people that tear you down are not the people that matter. The people that matter are the lives that you change that you don't even know about. And that's why I'm okay with sitting here today and telling you that I almost took myself out of the equation, because someone somewhere needs to hear it. But because of that, I'm still gonna keep fighting like I am the underdog. It's almost overwhelming how happy I am to be here. The biggest thing that you should expect from Team Miami is that our team is not like any of the other ones. We are gonna be menaces this year, and I mean that in the best possible way.